Welcome to Book to Blueprint, where powerful books become practical blueprints for real life. You do not need more information, you need execution. This is Book to Blueprint. All right, let's dive in. Today, we're not just going to talk about a book, we're actually unpacking a full blown, actionable blueprint. This is your step by step guide to becoming one of the most valued and highly paid people in your entire industry, all based on Daniel Priestley's incredible book, Key Person of Influence. So, how are we going to do this? Simple. First, we'll lock in on the target, the core outcome. Then, we'll pop the hood and look at the operating system that makes it all run. After that, we'll map out the exact 12-month journey, pinpoint the daily habits you have to build, and finally, we'll call out the big mistakes you need to avoid. Let's get to it. Before we jump into how to do all this, we got to get super clear on the why. What's the specific, tangible result we're aiming for here? What does winning this game actually look and feel like? And look, this isn't just some random theory someone cooked up. This whole blueprint is built on Daniel Priestley's proven 5-step method. I'm talking the system that's been battle-tested by thousands of entrepreneurs in pretty much every industry you can think of. The foundation here is rock solid. And here it is. This is the payoff. The goal isn't to just work harder, not at all. When you get this method right, you completely change the game. Money, status, and opportunities, they stop being things you have to chase. Instead, they start flowing to you. It's about creating this gravitational pull. Okay, so let's get into the engine room, the core framework. Becoming a key person of influence isn't about luck or just being in the right place at the right time. Nope, it follows a proven 5-part operating system that honestly anyone can apply. So what exactly are we aiming to become? A key person of influence isn't just someone who's good at their job. It's about becoming part of that small inner circle in your field. The people who get the first call, the best deals, and the biggest paychecks. It's about being the signal, not all the noise around it. And here's the heart of the whole system, the 5 Ps. Now pay close attention to the order. You start with a razor-sharp pitch. Then you use that clarity to publish something that builds your authority. You take that authority and package it into a product so you can scale. And it's only then, once you have those assets, that you start building your profile and seeking out partnerships. The order is everything, seriously. And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? It perfectly highlights how important it is to see things through. You get 0 points for almost. In this system, half measures get you absolutely nothing. You have to finish all 5 steps in order and do them well. All right, this is the big one. This is the centerpiece of what we're talking about today, the concrete time-bound action plan. This is exactly how you turn this idea into a reality in just 1 year. Here's your 12-month journey, all laid out. Forget trying to do everything at once. We're breaking this down into 4 distinct phases, basically a 90-day sprint for each core step. This isn't about rushing, it's about focused, consistent action. So, for the first 90 days, your entire focus is the pitch. This means you have to get ruthless. Who exactly do you serve? What specific problem do you solve? Your goal is to dial this in so tightly that by day 90, you can explain your value in under 3 minutes and completely captivate whoever's listening. This is the foundation for everything else. Okay, next up, months 4 to 6 are for publishing. Now, don't get scared off by the word publish. The goal here isn't to write a bestseller. It's all about establishing your credibility. A published book, or even just a solid series of articles, becomes your ultimate business card. It answers the question, why should I listen to you, before anyone even has to ask? Now, in the 3rd quarter, we make a huge shift. You go from just providing a service to creating an asset. You productize your knowledge. This is the critical step, and I mean critical, that breaks the link between your time and your income. You build something, a course, a workshop, a software tool that can deliver value and bring in revenue even when you're not actively working. And finally, with your pitch, your published work, and your product all locked in, you spend the last quarter building your profile and forging partnerships. See how it all stacks up? You now have real assets you can bring to the table when you approach the media or other influencers. You're not asking for a handout anymore. You're offering real value, and that changes everything. So that's the 1-year plan. We've got the map, but a map doesn't get you there, right? You have to drive the car. So let's talk about the daily habits, the ongoing behaviors you need to actually execute this thing and cross the finish line. The saying goes, it's not enough to know the path. We must walk it. I love that. But it begs the question, what does that daily commitment actually look like in the real world? These 4 habits are basically the engine that drives this entire plan. First, a bias for action. Less reading, more doing. Second, you have to become a content machine. Every talk you give, every meeting you have, it's all raw material. Third, protect your momentum at all costs. An object in motion stays in motion. And finally, build your support system. Don't fall for the self-made myth. Success here is a team sport, period. Okay, last but definitely not least, let's talk about the landmines. Let's cover the crucial, common traps that derail most people who try to become a key person of influence. Knowing what not to do is just as important as knowing what to do. Just look at the difference here. On the right, that's the road to frustration. The person who's working on a book for 10 years, the one who's addicted to complex strategies instead of just doing the simple thing that works, the one who tries to do it all alone, and the one who's always chasing the next shiny object. On the left, that's the KPI path. Completion, simplicity, teamwork, and sticking to the method. You have to choose your side. And let's be really clear about the end goal. It's not just about getting noticed. The whole point is to become so valuable, so influential, that your industry simply cannot ignore you. Your voice matters, people seek out your work, and your impact is undeniable. So there you have it, the complete blueprint. The system, the 12-month plan, the habits you need, and the pitfalls to avoid. The only question left is, what is the very first, smallest step you're going to take in the next 24 hours to get started? If you have a book in mind that should be added to our list, comment below. If this blueprint helped you, subscribe, like, and build with us. More blueprints are coming. Stay intentional, stay consistent. We are doing this one book at a time. And remember, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So share this with them and grow together. Real progress becomes stronger when it is shared. Build your life one blueprint at a time. You do not attract what you want, you attract what you do.